What's up, my numbugs? It's your boy Josh from the Elestronauts, and today I got top 4 3 times. That's just not true. What I do have are 3 separate guests with me. I have Trish, JJ, and notShurit, who all got top 4 with the list that I gave them. So thank you for proving to me that this deck is incredible. Does anybody want to tell me what that deck is?
5.
5.
Yeah, 5s.
It's back, and are we happy about it?
Yeah! Yeah! No.
This is terrible. This is awful. So just to give a quick rundown, again, all 3 people that are in this call with me did get top 4. There was one friendly fire in top 4 with Trish and JJ, and Shurit got top 4 on the other half of the bracket, and then Trish, you made it all the way to the finals. Yeah, unfortunately, he did not take it.
Don't praise it like that. Yeah, no.
But you made it all the way to the finals 2 times in a row, by the way, which is insane. Like, regardless of back-to-back finalists, which is unbelievable, especially with the size of the new tournaments. So, again, congratulations to all 3 of you. But let's go ahead and get into why this format is gonna be fun. Starting off with 3 Galaxea. Yippee!
Whale arrow question mark.
That's what I named my deck. I did name my deck that.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's my name in the Elestrals server.
That's crazy. Shocker, this is the best 5 in the game. I don't really think that there's anything else we need to say about this, besides that this probably should have been on the list with everything else. To like 1, probably. Paired it up with everybody's also favorite 5, honorary 5, the Crab. How was Crab for the 3 of you today?
It was interesting. It was always like a hit or miss most of the time, because like it was really good going into water 5s, but it was really awkward going into some other matchups, because like if they have response for it, you just pretty much just, you know, you lose a turn, you lose an extra, you know, expend off of it. So it's like a very, you know, high risk, high reward, I feel like, scenario.
Yeah.
Where you get very punished for playing it sometimes.
Yeah. Any other opinions on it?
That card sucks.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
It's good against Grabbit.
We have mid, bad. I love this card.
Every time I drew that card, I wanted to expend myself. I was like, man, this is just a 5 that costs 2 instead of 1. That's awful.
No, it's fine. You just played into Galaxea.
Yeah, when my opponent has Galaxea on the field, it feels okay. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
there specifically to out opposing Galaxies. Every other time I draw that card, dookie.
Yeah, I think part of the theory with this too was that every single person was going to be on this card, which also just makes Moustacean even better.
I think what I use Moustacean for the most is I would get down to these like grind games. Like this happened with me and JJ as well. And I would be like, well, I have 1 spirit left and I'm like way down. I'll cast Moustacean in defense. Your turn. and like there were multiple opponents, like JJ included, where it was we both had no spirits in spirit deck and just dudes on board, and I just threw Moustacean out and then just waited until I hit Ambro. I think versus JJ, I think it was like what I Ambroed off the Moustacean, put back Dratagua 2 Earths, and then Earthquake to Lavalith, and it's like okay.
Yeah,
I'm back.
Yeah.
I think
That
like
was gaming right there.
I think like a common issue with this format in general is the number 5, like rabbits, and having them stick to the field for multiple turns. And like Moustacean's also a nice way to clear those defensive bodies that otherwise a Galaxea wouldn't be able to deal with. And speaking of those 5 defensive bodies, we got Eddie to clear those as well. Honorary 5,
Edward.
probably the best card in the game at the moment.
Oh, he's so good.
He's so good. Which is why Galaxea is also so good, because he keeps your opponent from eddying you.
Yeah, exactly. He's he's only countered by opposing Galaxea.
Yeah. I think these 9 cards are going to be the pariah of the format for the next, month and a half?
You're all gonna hate him.
Yeah, it's not fun. So, to get to those cards, we are playing 2 Foamy, because Foamy can go into any one of these oppressive bodies. How was Foamy for the 3 of you?
Insane.
I already drew it.
Would you consider bumping this up to 3 or no?
2 is perfect.
2's perfect.
A lot of people are playing Spectre, so no. I'll probably just keep it at 2.
Is there a lot of Spectres today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was people maining it for sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think Jack was maining it.
The other thing too is that, like, we'll get into this later, but the 2 foamy was like a consistent card. Like, it was a consistent side out into the side pattern, as like a 2 of for a 2 of. So like going to 3 would make signing awkward.
And then for our last water card, we're playing the 1 Dratagua. Almost like just the 4th Ambrosia. This card's unbelievable. I saw it so many times on the stream. Every time that this came down, it was crazy.
I don't know, JJ, how many times you did this, but like, I think my favorite play in this deck was to open a hand and then just go like expend to draw, set some back row, and then eat an attack, and then I just play Dratagua and like open board, swing at them. Like I PTA their guy, and then I just Dratagua heal back, punch in.
I never got to do that.
That reminds me a lot of the little guy heal stall days, where you'd like expend to draw, kill their guy, and like poke with a Quackle. Going on to the honorary Water Elestral, we're playing 2 Nekruff. Thoughts on changing this, or did you like the card?
I liked
it. It was really good when you kept it as a fire dog, and like you were in a position where you could just like constantly just end up beating, and your opponent just like can't do anything about it. But like whenever you had to like play around the tsunami or anything like that, it felt really bad because potentially next turn they could just go Galaxea, push the attack, and you kind of lose because of that.
I liked it.
It was really good for me like at the start of the day, but towards the end of the day, that card like never stayed in my deck like after game 1.
Oh, really?
I switched out with Spectrus almost every game.
Okay. This is the free Spectrus side out.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So what I was doing is most of the times I'd side out like the 2 dogs and the 2 foamies for like 3 Spectrus and another card.
Do we think that there's any consideration for the Nekruffs end up being like a Toxion?
No, I would just
that could be cool.
I think having the natural body.
Yeah, I think if there's anything that's going to be a flex spot, it is the 2 dogs. So if you wanted to take this deck and play it on your own, this would be the card that you would change up the most.
Oh, yeah, I would just make them Spectrus.
Yeah, that's also fair. I think Spectrus, though, does make the Spirit Math a little bit wonkier, but you could definitely fit it in. Shocker, consistency cards have to play 3 Rabbit. I don't think there's anything else we need to say about that. And then the reason to play this deck, one of. Every limited card you get to play.
If only we could play all of them.
Where's Echolinks?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe it's somewhere. How do we feel about the Zeus and Demeter? Good, bad, too much, too little?
Insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was really good, but like times where you would just draw into both of them, you do not want to see both of them fun. Like most of the time because you want to see more dudes. Yeah, it's really good, like in theory, but like most of the time, like for this tournament for me, it felt really rough.
We've kind of talked about it with Ambrosia before, where if one person sees more Ambrosias than the other, then typically the person that saw more Ambrosias wins. The same now goes for these 3 cards, where if one person sees these and the other doesn't, it's really rough. I don't know if you would agree with that, but that's kind of
100%.
The issue.
The games I lost, my opponent saw it and I didn't, so...
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot you can do.
Flashbacks.
Trish, you have anything to say to that? Other cards. 3 Cryoblast. Thoughts on this? I can give my opinion at the end.
This card was great. Like,
good card.
So is this a yay, nay, or
Tiebreak.
No, it's a yeah.
I'd say it's
absolutely.
a yay.
It's so good.
Okay, so I need to hear the reasonings for yes, play Cryoblast, and then I need to hear Trish Doom on this card.
It's bad against water, it's good against everything else. That's like the best way I can say it.
I beat everything that wasn't water. Well, that's not true. I guess I only lost to like Thunder in the finals, but like I was siding that card out like almost every game. Like that card came out all the time because like the only matchups that I was like that I cared about was Thunder or was the Mirror, and it's like I sided that shit out of the Mirror all the time. Like it just became like the Argo package constantly.
Yeah,
that's
no,
fair.
Same here.
So would you consider main decking the Argo package instead?
No, I still think Cryoblast is well maybe, but like. I don't know. Cryoblast was still like I think you have to play it in the list somewhere because the combo with Zeus is just disgusting.
Right, that just outs everything.
But the issue that I was having, yeah, I did it a couple times. But the problem I was having is that the 2 decks that I played most frequently was the mirror match and Frost, and it was terrible into both of those decks. I was like, okay.
So there was a lot of representation from this deck specifically in Frost, you'd say?
Yeah.
Do you think that still warrants Cryoblast take out on the main, maybe?
It's really hard to say because like you can still find things to Cryoblast. Thankfully, I didn't draw that card that often. Like I drew it a few times, but like I don't know, it never really felt too bad. Like it usually pops something.
That's fair. Even if it's just like an Electric or an Eddy, like it's just good to get them out of the field.
Like, it just killed Eddies all day.
Shocker, the rest of the deck is just staples, 3 Ambro, and then the counter in Suite. I think with emphasis on only 2 Tsunami, especially because of how popular water is right now, only playing 2 is fine. Spirit deck, again, nothing super crazy. We are playing every single spirit under the sun. I didn't organize this, but there's some fires, there's some earths, there's some frost, there's some thunder.
There's a frost.
Yeah. 1 is some, right? And then like a good chunk of water. You can count all that up on your own.
8, 4, 4, 3, 1.
Yeah, 8, 4, 4, 3, 1.
Yeah.
Spirit deck feel good? Any changes?
Not feel great.
Nah, I think if you're trying to fit in the Spectrus, it does get a little tighter. Like you probably have to take out one of the fires, which is okay. But now your fires are only for Lavalith, which can be a little rough.
That's what I was doing. I was siding out of a fire and a water.
Yeah, and then you do get a little tight on the waters with only 7, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, you could also side out of the. You could like move the Cryoblasts to side. Like you could like change the deck around and like
inside the Cryoblast. Yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
You could do that too.
So Trish, do you want to show off the side deck then?
For the side deck, we all played more or less the same side deck. So Josh cooked up the main deck, and then I think we collaborated as the 3 of us to make the side.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take all the credit. I'm a genius. So, so the side deck was 2 Owloon, 3 Spectrus. I think we talked about this. This is just in a mirror match. Basically anything that plays water cards, Viscerai. I played against the Penterror. This was cool into that. Yeah, it just is a decent beater in the format. Then continuing with all the cards that all of us played. We played 3 Argo and then 2 targets. I think JJ, you played 1 less Argo.
Yeah, I was playing 2.
Yeah, but I think me and Shirt both played 3.
Yeah, I was on 3.
Yeah. So this was the intended pattern. We all changed like 1 or 2 cards from each other, just to fit in like a different little bit of flavor. And then did we all play Tsunami? I think we all sided 1
Yes.
Tsunami, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like the standard bit of the side deck. I'm pretty sure these came in every game, or like every time. This was the next slot that we were kind of debating on. So originally this was Mudslide, which I think Shurit kept.
Yeah. Let's go.
Play Mudslide.
Me and JJ. No. Me and JJ switched this to Thunderstorm because Thunderstorm is Mudslide. Because Mudslide is a 3 mana Thunderstorm. This is a 2 mana Thunderstorm. This is really only
it's
here
actually
for a
only
scrap.
1.
Yeah, sure. Like this is here for a scrap. I didn't play against scrap, so I never sided these. But I think
I did play against scrap. I did. I played against scrap, and the Mudslides came in, and they won the game.
Let's go!
Yeah, I think effectively, I think the Thunderstorms would have also worked there. I think that it's just the same. It's the same slot.
Yeah, it's just spirit math. Yeah. Earth water is easier.
So we all played this card, but we all played it in different quantities. I played 1 Sluggle, and then they played 2 Sluggles. I never felt like I needed more than 1 Sluggle. I sided this card in exactly against Heal Stall, and that was it.
No, I think
Trevor, you have to be the one to talk about Sluggle, because I don't think me and JJ use this card like ever.
Yeah, so you want Sluggle with Scythe and Necklace so that you cannot lose to anything.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
You get 5 defense so you can't get Cryoblasted, and then it's like 11 attack or something, and you're just like healing every time. And if they shield it, you heal 3. It's fine.
This man is running out Giga Sluggles.
Watch the feature. It was top 8. It cooked.
Imagine beating over a Rhino Sect with a Sluggle. And then for the last card, that me and JJ played, and then Trevor wasn't a believer in, was Equilinks. I wanted to play another limited card.
Limited card.
Yeah, everything except for Unk. So originally this was another Jatagua, but I wasn't really feeling the heal cards because I was like, they're just not worth it. And I was like, okay, well, I was doing the siding patterns for the mirror, and I was realizing that we were 1 card short. And so I said, oh, well, we can just play an Equilinks because, like, I theoretically would want Thunderstorm in the mirror to hit the Divines. Equilinks specifically, like, it's 1 card instead of having side 2. It's a little bit easier to play. It's a dude. It's Equilinks. And because we were already going to be siding in the Argos, it just came in as part of the Argo package.
This card was really funny, but like it was actually pretty good whenever like it came up.
I had an Equilinks do like 11 spirit damage in top 8. Yeah, it was mostly just there because I wanted a card to get rid of Necklace, because this was like, in theory, this is the worst card in the deck because you could be forced to Necklace onto something and then have no way to remove it from your board, and you just start burning yourself.
All right, any closing thoughts on the list?
Ice format is back, baby.
Again, huge congrats to the 3 of you for getting 3 out of the top 4 slots. I think that's crazy. The Bean psyop is real, pulling the strings behind the background even whenever he's not playing. But again, thank you for representing the list really, really well. And unfortunately, we have another month and a half of 5s format to look to. So, big fan. When's the next tournament? Do we know?
I think that might have been the last one for the year.
Yeah, it is. That was the last.
Oh, is that the last tournament before Moonrise?
Not before Moonrise, but the last of 20.
Probably not.
The last tournament of 2024. 1 whole year of Elestrals, and we ended with 5s.
No, we ended with Thunder. Thunder won.
Oh yeah, Thunder did win. So
Thunder won.
Thunder
hit it again.
It's crazy that Thunder needed to hit Race to the Top and Zeus and Unk for it to win. Those 3 cards were holding it back. Again, thank you all for coming on. I will see you in the next one, and peace.
Peace.
Bye-bye.